everyone. Today I will be doing my oral presentation on Google Home technology, more specifically just a Google Home device. For starters, my name is Valeria Rico-Arellano, and I want to get y'all in the mindset before I start to think of all the smart devices you might have around your house, from maybe a Google Home or an Alexa, your washer, your dryer, your stove. Just how many things do you have that maybe weren't smart devices 10 years back but are now, and where do you see that progressing? Now, going into the Google Home itself, it is basically a smart speaker that responds when you say, "Hey Google," same way as a Siri with the Apple device. You can ask it questions, give it commands, and ask it to perform tasks for you, such as just general usage around the house, like turning off the lights, things like that, all with just your voice. It can tell the weather, the news report in the morning. You can have that automatically made after your alarm rings and everything. It makes it very helpful for very busy people that have to stay organized. So, for example, students, families, and just anyone who is always on the go and just needing to get information as soon as they get up. And another detail about it would be the smart home control, which was something that I mentioned before briefly. It can be controlled from your phone, so you don't have to get a second device for it or anything. It can turn lights on and off, change your heater, AC, and it can lock and unlock smart locks, which is something that I actually was not very familiar with, were the smart locks, as well as plugs. I personally have never seen a smart plug before, so I looked into it and that's actually really interesting. It can also, like I said, set up routines for you, so you wake up, your alarm rings, and it automatically tells you the news, weather, the daily report, basically. Um, and it has the ability for you to control all of this with not just your voice, but you can also add other people's voices to it, so it's customizable. Third detail is the convenience to it. So, like I said, it can set alarm reminders, but it can also do the same thing any other speaker could, but with your voice. So it can play music, podcasts, anything, a radio station, whatever you, as long as it's connected to Wi-Fi, you can do all these things with it. And like I said, it's very useful for people who have to be on the go, multitasking consistently. It can set your timers while you're cooking. It can even create a podcast for you. And you can transfer information very easily between the Google Home device and your personal phone. And the last detail is the future AI potential, as many things that are smart devices nowadays. The AI potential in them is drastically growing. It can basically turn into almost your personal daily assistant with your life. It's very new, but it's also very progressive, as many other things are. Now, there are some things connected to the home device that are a little controversial. Maybe the lack of privacy because it's always listening, but the creators of the Google device, home device, they have said that it only activates and actively listens once you say, "Hey Google." And in conclusion, It's more than just a speaker. It is a device to help everyday life, make your life easier, and just do simple little things that you might find tedious that you can just speak them and they will be done. As more devices like the Google Home become more advanced, um, we should think back to my original question. How much do we want these devices to take a routine in our daily lives? Is it something that we welcome? Is it something that we find invasive? Just something to think about, and that will be all for me. Thank you so much for listening.